Today we are concentrating on a little bit of something called decimals and a little bit of measurement. All right. So for this lesson, let's try something new. All right. I allow you all to start your video. So if you're interested, hey, hi, Gui Tiang. All right. If you are interested, right, can you just also on your video? All right. So that we can see each other a little bit. Okay. Hey, Sophie. Hey, Sophie is, I thought it's a lady, a girl's name. How come it's a boy? But it's okay. All right, it's okay. Don't worry. All right, so you can start your video. No worries. Later, I might be asking some questions, and if you can either go to the group chat and key in, or you can maybe I'll just on the audio or something like that. Can you change to my name to Felix? So JJ ah. All right, yes, I just found that I got this function to stop people from renaming. You know why not? Because right, Chloe should know this. Chloe. Yeah, because yesterday, right, my P5, P6 class, right, they were seriously crazy. Everybody want to be named Burn Ong, Burn Ong, Burn Ong. So I was having 10 Burn Ong in the group chat, you know. I don't know who is who, you know. So eventually I got 10 group chat. Ayo, my goodness. What's rename? Rename means you change your name. From Burn Ong, you change to Burn Ong. All right, so yesterday I got 10 Burn Ong, man. My goodness. Yeah, so I purposely block it so that people cannot change their name. Too bad. What can you do to me? Right? Okay. Someone changed his name to Bernie the dinosaur. Is that you? I don't know. I got banana some more. My goodness, you're very creative. Kids being kids, I like it. All right, not like the old people like me, not getting any more creative. All right, so okay, let's begin with today's lesson. All right, let's begin with today's lesson. Okay, today we are going to do a little bit of decimal, a little bit of quick revision on something called here and there. No, not here and there, as in the moving decimals. All right, these are the things that you need, which you already know already. So let's go through this. Okay, here. Okay, so down here, remember, right, if the question, right, asks you to multiply, change my name, please. I cannot change your name. Okay, to make everybody happy, all right, I'm giving you all the chance to change your name for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I'm going to allow that. All right, so in the next 10 seconds, you can rename yourself, but please don't call it Burn Ong, please. All right, don't call it banana also. That's my name. All right. Okay, now you can change your name. Okay, so the 10 seconds starting now. I can't believe this. I'm wasting time. Yo, hurry up. Those want to change name, quick, change name. Who's that? JJ1. JJ change to Felix, right? Quick, change. All right, you can change by yourself. I don't know how to change for you. Xiaolis. You got a chow chow? Xiaolis, chow chow. Hey, Xiaolis, where are you? Is that a chow chow? Wow, I have a chow chow. So later I call him in, see whether can see my chow chow now. I love chow chow. All right, okay, so I'm going to block the name changing activity now. I assume that all changed already. I assume. That's very dangerous. Okay, so let's go back to today's lesson. Today we're talking about this decimal moving again. All right, just take it as a revision. Hello, Andrew. Hi. So once again, right, when they say times 10, times 100 or times 1,000, it works with all these 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, with a lot of zero behind, it works. All right. So usually, right, when I say times, right, they will actually, right, the movement of the decimal, right? Oops. All right, the movement. Oh, I think I opened the wrong file. Oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing. Okay, wait. Let me stop sharing something first. Aiyo, today why I opened the wrong file? Yeah, I think I opened the wrong file. Okay, everyone, just give me a moment. This one is upper sec. Okay, let me, I think you all cannot see anything right now, so just give me a moment. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Nice or not? Sing a song for you all, entertain you all. Not nice, Hey, so hard to please you guys. Okay, wait, Okay, this is good. Okay, thanks everybody for waiting. Okay, let me share with you this file. Yeah. Okay, better? Yeah. Okay, so let's begin lesson proper. Okay, my fault for not having the right file. Okay, okay, thanks for waiting. Okay, here goes. Okay. All right. So again, we are doing something called the decimal movement. All right, moving decimals here and there. Okay. So I believe I've been doing this for the last 2 weeks already. Okay, the last 2 weeks already. So remember when they say times, times means going to the right, to the right. That's why this arrow is going to the right. All right. Later I'll do a little bit of revision. And when you see the word divide, right? Divide means what? Divide the decimal point, the dot, right? Actually move towards the left. All right. So that's the idea. All right. So some of the students say, huh, Chia, what you mean? Okay, now let's go into some of the questions. All right. It works in something called what? Measurement conversion. All right, this is supposed to be a P3 topic. So those P3, P4, right, you can actually gain from here. P4, you should know this already. All right. So what is happening down here is usually, right, we convert kilogram to grams. All right. So if you have your worksheet out, right, you can actually write some notes on the side of it. All right, kilograms to gram. Every time, right, every time I see this word K, what does this K means? All right, this K, right, to me means 1,000. All right, every time you see the word K, right, it means 1,000. All right, so people say, hey, you owe me 1K. Huh? You owe me 1K or what? Actually, you owe me $1,000. All right, when people say K, it actually means 1,000. All right. The meter and cm one later. All right, don't worry. I'm doing the kg one first. All right. So kg to grams, right? Kg to grams. What is the conversion? What is a very important conversion? Is actually, I draw this arrow, can you see? From kg to gram is a multiplication of 1,000. All right. So K means 1,000. Remember I told you something about mathematics? Mathematics is all about going forward and backwards, right? So from kg to gram is a times 1,000. Grams back to kg. Yes, it's the reverse, divide by 1,000. Can you see? All right, so now we are just talking about kg and grams. Later then we talk about the length scale. Can? Okay, so down here, very simple. If I am 92 kg, yes, I am 92 kg. All right, I just weigh myself, really the weight shot up like crazy. So I was doing nothing at home and, only eating and really only eating. So what happens? The weight goes up, okay? So 92 kg, I want to change to something called grams. What do? All right, so once again, you take a look from kg to grams. What do you do? According to this is I need to times 1,000 times 1,000. Can you see? All right, the arrow kg to grams must times 1,000. So if you remember the moving decimals, right? If you remember the moving decimal, yes, Juby, you're right. 92. Where is the decimal point? Decimal point is never right, it's at the back, right? So how? Times means to the right, to the right. 30 means 3 movement like that. Can you remember this? All right, we have been doing this for the last 2 weeks. Erase away the decimal point. The empty spaces, you put the 0. Right now. Therefore, yes, Juby, that's why your answer is 92,000. All right, so this is my moving decimals working. Okay, the rest, I believe you know this already. And down here, again, the second one, 16.92 kg. How do you change to gram? Again, kg to gram. Question once, kg to grams. All right. So what is kg to grams? Once again, you must multiply by 1,000. Okay. Yes, 1692. Very good. So 16.92. Can you see that the decimal place is here? The decimal place is given to you. Again, times means to the right, kg to gram, 30 means 3 umbrella. Teacher, for the notes, you draw arrow wrongly. Where? Correct what? Kg go to grams is times 1,000. What? Which part is wrong? Where? Oh, yeah, it's correct. Oh, don't worry. All right. Very cute. Are you adorable? So 16.092, right? 16.92, right? Times means go 3 steps towards your right. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. There's this empty slot. Put a 0 down here. So the decimal place will be at the back. You erase the 1 in the center. So your answer will be 16 920 grams. Can you see? So just to let you know, right, this moving decimal, that time I show you, is good for decimals, and it's also very good for all this measurement conversion. All right, it's very, very useful. This one, as I say, some students, right, I mean, some schools, right, they learn it in P5. All right, but you're in P3, P4, this is something that's good for you. All right. All right, can you explain that again slowly? Okay, I'll do slowly, all right, for you. So the next question, all right, it's the same kind of question. So I just go on first, don't worry. Just catch it from below. So the next portion again, right, the question is looking for what? Yes, Felix, you are right. Good job, Felix. So looking at this question, right, they want you to convert kilograms to grams. All right, kilograms to grams. So looking at my arrow down here, all right, on top here, kilograms to gram is you need to times 1,000. All right, times 1,000. So the number here is 0.675. I need to times means go to your right. 1,000 means 3 movement. So you move to your right, 3 movement. Let's go. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. All right, and the new decimal place will appear at the back. This old decimal place, you erase it away. So your new decimal place now belongs to the back. So if you read, your answer will be 675 dot. All right, your answer will be simply 675. Since the dot is at the back, you can don't write. Yes, there you are right again, 675. All right, so this is called moving decimal. It applies into this thing called measurement conversion. It's very useful. Later we go back to decimal, I promise. But I just want to talk about this a little bit. Where this times 10 divide by 100, where can we apply this? You can apply it here. Very useful. All right. And the next part, right, again, is the reverse. It's the reverse. Remember just now I wrote kg to gram, right? K means what? Hey, you owe me 1K. K means you owe me 1,000. Kg to gram, right? Remember this? I wrote times 1,000, right? Then the reverse, I also wrote this. Grams to kg, divide by 1,000. Clear? All right, so mathematics know that these two different directions. Sure, I'm not done. Sorry. Chloe, hurry up. All right, so remember that this is called moving decimals. Very, very useful. Can, Chloe? Hey, what wrong? Who say wrong? All right. Felix, you say wrong. Wrong what? I haven't done anything yet. Chill, man. How is kg times 1,000 is gram? What do you mean? How? Because it's the conversion. All right, for instance, people say that, what is 1 kg to gram? What is 1 kg to gram, Felix? 1 kg is 1,000 gram. What? What's wrong with that? Correct or not? 2 kg? 2,000 gram lah. So why is it not kg to gram is times 1,000? All right, this one is fixed. All right, Chloe, I move on already. This one is fixed. This one cannot change, unfortunately. All right, so kg to gram is a multiplication of 1,000. All right, can? So we are talking about, we are talking about something called measurement conversion. Means that, for instance, how heavy are you? I think most of you looking at your size, right? Yeah, I think about what, 25 kg? Right, you're quite small size. I think you all should eat more. All right, I feel bad. So you're about 25 kg. People ask you, hey, 25 kg is how many grams? 25 kg to grams times 1,000, 25,000 grams. All right, so that is the conversion from kg to gram is times 1,000. So moving on. Now, you have 3,750 grams. I want to change grams to what? Kg. Oh no, what should I do? All right, grams to kg. Look here, grams. How do I change to kg? So you look at this conversion on the right-hand side down here. Look here. All right, grams to kg is how? Grams to kg is divide by 1,000. Can you see that? So that's the conversion. It's fixed, cannot change. 26 dash 3.75. Good, you're right. Something kg, 26 point something kg. No, Tang Gui Qiang is not. All right, 3,750, right? All right, 3,750. Where is the decimal place? If the decimal place is not written, it's always at the back. All right, so divide by 1,000. Divide by 1,000 means to the left. Now is the other direction. 3 steps. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So this is your new position. Erase away your old decimal. You read it as 3.75. 3.75. That's your right. All right, so that's correct. 3.75. And the 0, yes. The 0 can don't write, all right? The back 0 don't write. Oh, no, you're talking about my weight. Oh, Gui Qiang, your weight is 26 kg. I see. Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, because I talk too fast. Okay, you're 26 kg. I think that's quite healthy. All right, my nephew, I got 2 nephews, 3 nephews. All right, 4 nephews. 2 male nephews, they are about 25, 26 kg also. All right, so I think that is the norm, lah, huh? All right, but for me, I'm huge, man. All right, that's not important. Important thing is let's continue. Oh, Dash, you're 30 kg. Oh, okay. I think you must be quite tall also, lah. So maybe it's because some of you are a little bit heavier, you are taller. So it's okay one, don't worry. All right, Dash, I know. All right, so part E. Wow, 36 kg. Nice. All right. All right. It's okay. Don't worry. All right. Y'all cannot beat me. I still win. Okay. So, Chloe, you're 45 kg. That's because you're primary 6 law. Duh. Right. You're so much taller, I believe. Okay. So, moving on. 88,000 grams. So, once again, you're changing grams, right, to kg again. So, if you follow the pattern, grams to kg again is divide by 1,000. All right. So, 88,000, right? Sometimes they put a comma here, so that it's easier to differentiate the places, the placing. All right, so it's 88,000. Hey, where's the decimal? If the decimal is not written, it's always at the back. All right, if the decimal is not written, it's always at the back. Remember that? I told you that already. So divide by 1,000 means to the left, 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. So now you can put the decimal place here. Erase away the old decimal place. Now the answer is 88. 88 tuition! Yes. Sorry, I need to cry that out. I'm sorry. All right. Perry, can you go slower? Sure. All right. Yes, Alice, 88 tuition. All right, question F, I'll go slower. Don't worry. All right. So down here, the answer is 88 kg. Can? And Dash, don't have to write the 88.000. Very ugly. Erase the 0.000. All right, just write 88 will do. All right. Because 88 tuition. You never see us write 88.000 tuition, right? So, All right, so question F, moving on. All right, so we have 720 grams. Once again, look at what the question wants. Question wants grams to becomes kg. The question wants grams to becomes kg. So what do? Grams to become kg, down here again, grams to becomes kg, you have to divide by 1,000. So the formula in a way, the conversion in a way is divide by 1,000. So you have 720 here. I need to divide by 1,000. So the meaning of divide means to the left. Oh, sorry, I disappeared. So to the left by what? 3 zeros here. All right, to the left by 3 zeros. Yes, Rika, 0.72. Smart girl. So where is the decimal place for 720? Never write, it's always at the back. You're supposed to move to the left by 3 movement. 1 step, 2 step, and the 3rd step here. All right, so you put your answer here. All right, you put a decimal here. So the old decimal you erase away. So how do you read the answer? You read it as 0.72. 0.72. That's the answer. But if you put 0.72, it looks weird. So people put a 0 right in front. 0.72. That would be better. Is that okay? All right. Reka, sorry. Is it better? Reka? Is it Reka? Yes, okay. All right, so this is the moving of what? The weights and all this kg to gram and all this. Reka. Come on, give chance. Moving on. All right. So next one, what do you have? Now we are talking about the length. All right, we are talking about length from meter to cm and so on. So this one, again, you need a conversion. What is the conversion here? All right, conversion is, let's say, from meter to cm. Okay, meter to cm. From meter to cm, like this, can you look at the arrow? If from meter, I want to change to cm, I need to do something. I need to multiply by 100. All right, I need to multiply by 100. How about the reverse? All right, from centimeter back to meter, I need to divide by 100. So this is the conversion between meters and centimeter. How about kilometer? There's another one. Kilometer to what? Kilometer to meter. Just now you say K means what? 1,000. Correct. It works also. It works down here. So kilometer to meter is times 1,000. Meter back to kilometer is divide by 1,000. All right. So every time you see the word K, it's just 1,000 times 1,000. It works, trust me. All right. So it works for kilogram. It works for kilometer. Don't worry. All right. So that's how you remember. Hey, you owe me 1K. Means you owe me 1,000. Can? All right. So down here again, right, let's look at the question. Question is talking about what? Changing from meter to centimeter. All right. Meter, want to get to centimeter. Look at the right-hand side. Look at the conversion. From meter to centimeter, times 100. All right, it's a multiplication of 100. Times means to the right, 20. So 62 is here. The decimal is at the back. Never right is always at the back. 20 to the right. So you move one step, two step. So the new decimal point will be here. The old decimal place erase. The empty slot you put in the 0. That's why your answer is 6200. Is that okay? All right, so this is the conversion from meter to cm. How about the next one? 1.75. Chloe, you have a question? All right, so Chloe, you have a question. Let me just give you the, let me unmute you. All right, then you can ask the question. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Chloe.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I have a question. Why you don't start like from the front but you start from the back?
Okay, I think I understand your question. All right, I think I understand your question. So I believe that for what I've explained, right? All right, it's just like I have $7. Let's say I got $7. This $7 can be written as dollar with a 7, right? Then in primary 3, we also can write it as what? $7.00. Is this also $7?
Teacher, I can't see your screen. It's like freeze.
It's like freeze? Cannot be, huh?
Yeah.
On the left, you see on the left?
Oh, okay, can.
Do you see the $7?
Can.
So sometimes we write it as 7 with the dollar sign in front. Sometimes we write the dollar sign 7.00. Why are that? Because they are the same thing. So every time, right, if you got a whole number, right, the whole number, there is no decimal point. Where is the decimal? If it's not written, it's always at the back side. It's always at the back.
Okay.
Just like it's just like the number 23. Where is the decimal point? It's not written. Sure, where is it? It's not written. It's always at the back. That's why we always start at the back. That is the reason. Yes?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you, teacher.
No problem. Okay, so thanks for the question, Chloe. Okay, so once again, right now, 1.75. Dash, you got a question. Okay, let's hear from Dash. All right, where's Dash? Dash. Yeah, okay, wait. I need to find your name to unmute you. Okay. Yes, Dash. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Dash.
Yeah.
Hi.
So,
first time hearing your voice.
Huh?
First time hearing your voice.
Yeah.
Yes, what can I do for you?
So if we have like, for example, the answer is like 0.700, let's say.
0.700. Okay.
Yeah. So why can't we like just cut off the zero, like 0 and dot, and we just write 700?
You don't understand. Can you repeat your question again?
Okay. So let's say the number is this 0.700.
Okay.
Now we let's say we remove 0 and point and the dot.
We
Is there
remove
anything
the
wrong?
dot, the 0 and the 0 like that.
Like no, like we remove the like for example we have like that. Then in front there's a 0 and there's one dot, right?
Yes.
If we remove that, is there anything wrong inside that?
Then you will be presenting as 700. That's worse.
Why?
Because the answer is supposed to be 0.7, right? So you cannot tell me that 0.7 is the same as 700. It's totally different. How come? Because 0.7 is just like 0.7. This is like 70 cents, you know. 70 cents you are telling me is the same as 700? Wow. I want to be your best friend. So next time I just tell you that pass me 70 cents and you give me $700. I want to be your best friend. So obviously there's a difference here. The decimal place plays a lot. Right.
Oh.
So the number of zeros, right?
Like why can't we write 7 then, like the 2 zeros behind and in front 2, like we just write 7.
Just write 7 like that.
Yeah.
So okay, once again, your answer just now was 0.7, right? And if you write a 7 like that, again, you're telling me that 70 cents is the same as $7? It's totally wrong, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the decimal point is a very important dot to tells you the value of the number. Okay. right? So I always tell my boss to give me the decimal point more towards the right. So for instance, he's paying me, let's say $1,000. All right. So I would want my decimal point to be on the left or to be on the right. Obviously to the right lah. All right. If he give me the decimal point towards the left, means that he gives me $1. You know. Do you want $1 or do you want $1,000? All right. So sometimes the decimal point itself, it plays a lot in terms of the value. Cool. All right. All right. So okay, let's move on. MOE, Mo, you don't understand. Which part you don't understand? You want to speak to me? Where is MOE? Unmute MOE. MOE, you're on mute.
Like I don't understand like why you go back 2 parts because I came in late.
Oh, naughty girl.
I came in late.
Oh, okay. The reason why I move 2 parts is depends on the number of zero, girl. If there's 1,000, right? 1,000 means got 3 zero means you move 3 steps. If 100's got 2 zero means you move 2 steps. 10's means 1 zero means you move 1 step. 10,000 means got 4 zero means you move 4 steps. So the number.
So if it's cm to meters, it would be 100.
Smart.
But if it's meters to km, it would be 1,000.
Meters to km divide by 1,000 different. So divide is opposite direction.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but if km to meters, it's
times 1,000.
Okay.
So that is the basic conversion. All right. All right. So let's talk about the 1.75 meter. 1.75 meter is my height. It's really true. 1.75 meter. I cannot grow taller anymore. So if you are taller than me, right, good for you. All right. So 1.75 meter, right, I want to change to what? I want to change to centimeter. Okay. So 1.75 meter, I want to change to centimeter here. What do? Looking on my right-hand side, the 2 circles, right? Meter to centimeter, once again, is a multiplication of 100. So 1.75, the decimal is fixed down here, right? It's already in the center. I can see it. So times to your right, 100 means 2 movement. 1 step, 2 step. So your answer will be 175. Your answer will be 175 centimeter. All right. So probably you are how tall? Maybe 1.55 meter for you. All right, 1.55 meter for you, Dash, means that you're about 155 centimeter. All right, that's the conversion. And Cialis, your depth is 1.77 meter. That means your depth is 177 centimeter because times 100. Okay? So this is very important. Why? Because this gives you an idea. This gives you a gauge on how you estimate things. All right, estimation of things, I want to talk about it later. Okay? I can't hear. Are you kidding me, Tan Gui Qiang? All right, I'm speaking at the loudest voice I can already. All right, can you please adjust your volume on your computer? The rest can hear me, right? The rest can hear me. Thumbs up, please. All right, very good. So yes, the rest can hear me. I can see that. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Okay. So moving on. Here we have what? We have kilometer changing to what? Meter and centimeter. So once again, let's do it step by step. Here I can have kilometer, all right? I have kilometer here. I want to change to meter. So kilometer to meter, you owe me 1K, means times 1,000 again. So we have 2.4 here, right? 2.4 times 1,000 means to the right. 1,000 got 30 means movement to the right 3 times. Wow, Estelle eating ice cream. I saw that. Okay, so you move to the right 3 times. Let's go. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. All right, the decimal put down here. Erase away the old decimal place. The empty slot put the 0. All right, so if you move 3 times, your answer will be 2,400 meter. Can? Meter to cm, look at here. Meter to cm is a times 100. All right, so the decimal is where? 2,400, right? The decimal never right, is always at the back. So you move 2 times to the right again, all right, to the new area, to the new position, and the empty slot, you put in a 0. So you have 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. All right, so that will be your answer in terms of cm. Can? So usually, right, if you have all these kilometer to meter and cm, slowly break it down. Slowly break it down. Can? So must remember this conversion out here. Very important. All right, this one is your P3, P4 work, just a revision. Cool? All right, can finish writing, huh? Chloe, done? Okay, huh? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so down here, once again, kilometer to meter is what? Kilometer to meter times 1000. So you have 0.005 here times 1000, times 1000, all right, to the right 3 movement, 1, 2, 3. So now the decimal point will be here, right? 5. So 5 meter is correct. Meter to cm, meter is a 5, all right? Decimal point never right, it's at the back. Meter to cm times 100, all right? So down here to down here means times 100, 2 steps to your right. So empty slot, the new decimal place, the old one erase away. So it's 500 cm. Can you see? So when you have something like that, do things step by step. All right, one step at a time. Don't rush into it. All right, because the conversion, all this is supposed to be the basic, you know. If your basic got problem, right, ayo, very hard to move forward. Okay? All right, next one. Meters back to km, meters back to kilometer. All right, so just now, right, just now I wrote this. All right, just now I wrote this thing from kilometer to meters. K means times 1000. Meter back to kilometer is the reverse, divide by 1000. All right, so always have this in mind, please. So now meter to kilometer divide means to the left 1000, 3 steps. So 7825, decimal at the back, move 3 steps to the left. And your answer will be 7.825. 7.825. Can you see that? All right, so must be very flexible in terms of how to move your decimals from left and right. Okay, moving on. Last one, 800 meters. All right, they want it from meters to kilometer. Okay, meters to kilometer, once again, is divide by 1000. Where's the decimal? Never right, it's at the back. 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3. New position, erase away the old decimal point. Answer is a 0.8. Okay, but we don't usually just write a 0.8. We write a 0.8. Is that okay? All right, so all these conversion, please, you must know the movement, all right, especially the times 1000, times 100, or the divide portion. Very basic stuff, cannot make mistakes, one. Can? And that's the reason why I taught you moving decimal in the first place, so that we can better understand something called decimals and something called the measurement conversion. And the next portion is not inside a worksheet. The next portion, right, I think is very important here. All right, because sometimes the question, right, PSLE question, sometimes they ask you, what is the length of the table? Huh? When you ask such question one, or what is the height of the table? Then they give you some MCQ. They give you like the height of the table is 4 kilometers. They give you the height of the table of 40 cm. They give you the height of the table 4 meters. Then which is the answer? So you need to have a basic estimation. Okay? So here I'm just going to give you an example. All right, the pen. How long is your pen? So how? Ruler lah. And pen lah. All right. If the question asks you how long is the pen, take the ruler and measure lah. So if you measure at that, all right, you measure. All right, you measure at that. Can you see? All right, the ruler is about what? About 15 cm. So you must have an idea what's the meaning of 15 cm. All right. 15 cm here. Okay, Aja, you want to ask something? Okay, let me unmute you, Aja.
In the previous one, I didn't get the part where you say you move in the previous one.
Yeah.
I don't get the part where you say that 800 meters convert to 0.8 km.
Okay, once again, this is about the movement of the decimal point, Aja. So where is the decimal point for the 800? Can you look at this number 800? Where is the decimal point? If there's no decimal point, right, it's always at the back. All right, it's always at the back. Here, it's always at the back portion here. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to know. So the next thing is about this conversion, whereby you need to talk about meter. How do you change from meter to kilometer? So from meter to kilometer, all right, looking at my can you see this circuit portion down here? All right, so from meter to kilometer, right, what is the conversion? It's a division of 100. All right, it's a division of 100. That's the conversion. So division, right, I have gone through this for the past 2 lessons. Division means you have to move the decimal, the dot here. You have to move it to the left. Here, there's 3 zeros, means you have to move 3 times towards your left. So if I move 3 times towards my left, this is called 1 time, this is called 2 times, and this is called the 3rd time. So now the new decimal will appear here. The old decimal will erase away. So if you read it as 0.8. 0.8. That's the answer. All right, but usually when we write 0.8, right, it's very ugly. 0.8. All right, we will just put a 0 in front to make it a whole thing, like 0.8 like that. All right, so this one is just simply about the moving of decimal. I hope you understand. All right, slowly, can. Yes, I can see that a few of you got a question here and there. Okay, so maybe I will pass the question to who? Chloe first, can. Okay, wait, Chloe. Let me find your name, Chloe. Okay, come, Chloe. Chloe, yes.
Teacher, just now you said that estimation, like you have to estimate, like how come our worksheet don't have?
That's what I just said lah. Special item don't have lah.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to, I'll tell you which one is the more important one, then later you just write it down. Can?
Oh,
If you
okay.
think that everything is important, you just write it down somewhere lah. Find somewhere to write inside your exercise book and all this.
Okay,
Right?
can.
Dash next. Wait, look for Dash. Unmute Dash. Hi Dash.
Hi. Yeah,
Yep.
so
You have a
I was
question?
talking about that when we have the estimation for weight, do we like estimate in like, oh, you see the same? We'll say like, oh, it looks like it's going to be grams. So you're going to estimate something grams. Then you look at correction tape. Oh, it's going to be maybe 1 kg. So you estimate something kg like that.
Something
Or-
like that.
Huh?
Something like that. It can be in grams. It can be in kg. All right,
Then,
but you must understand the difference between what is 1 kg and what is 1 gram, because the k and the kg and the grams itself is a whole lot of different things here. So you must have a feel of how 1 kg feel and how 1 grams feel.
Oh, so that means like for length also we can estimate, like we just look at the strength and then we say, oh, it looks like it's going to be few cr, so something cr.
Correct. Right, so it's basically on an estimation. It's an idea. It's a feeling, right? Because sometimes you don't know. Because okay, when I say what is the weight of what's the weight of a 12 years old kid? The 12 years old can be super huge. It can be super thin. So again, it's very ambiguous. So it's just an idea. Okay, maybe the 12 years old kid, let's say, is about 45 kg. Will that be a good number? Is 45 kg a good number, or 45 grams is a better number? What do you think?
It looks a bit like underweight.
Yes,
Yeah.
if it's 45 grams, it's not possible. That's even worse.
Yeah,
How can a
not at
12
all.
years old kid be 45 grams? So again, it's just the feel of it. You have to be able to
Yeah.
to put yourself in that situation. All right. So let me continue a little bit. All right. So down here, back to this pencil thing or the pen. So you have all this in your pencil box. Make use of it. All right. So people ask you, hey, what's the length of the ruler? Take the ruler and take the pen. Sorry, what's the length of the pen? Take the pen and the ruler and you start to measure. It's okay, teacher don't know. Right. So you measure 15 cm. Okay. So it's about 15 cm. So you go and look at your pen. All right. Go and measure your pen. Is it about 15 cm? Yes, it is. All right. Unless you got some super long pen, then again, we cannot argue that. All right. So in general speaking, we can know that the pen is 15 cm. All right. How about the correction tape? All right. Again, some of your correction tape is round. My correction tape is like that, Mr. Wimper. Right. This one is slightly shorter than the what? Is it? Can you see it? Not? It's slightly shorter than my pen. So you can say that it is not what? It is not 15 cm. Let's say 10 cm. So maybe if you want, you can actually use your ruler to measure. Right. It's about 10 cm. All right. It's about 10 cm. So you need to have a feel. You need to have a feel of what is 10 cm. This is 10 cm. This pen is 15 cm. You need to have a feel of it. Can? So this is a little bit due to something called estimation. All right. And what about your textbook? Okay, I don't have your school textbook. So I'm taking a set 1 textbook here. All right, the textbook. This one is much longer than yours. So one long here, this is the length. So if I use my ruler to measure, not enough. Then how? I got my measuring tape with me. Don't worry. All right, I got everything prepared. This is called a what? This is called a measuring tape. All right, whereby you are able to measure things that is longer and all this. So I measure my textbook. All right, I measure my textbook. It is about 28 centimeter. All right, but your textbook is a little bit shorter. So your estimation down here can be simply, you can write 25 centimeter. All right, or 25 centimeter or 20 centimeter. So if the question gives you, hey, how long is your textbook? Is it 25 centimeter? Is it 25 meter? Or is it 25 kilometer? What's your answer? Obviously, it's 25 centimeter lah. Can you see or not? So this is something to do with estimation. You need to have a feel. What is 25 centimeter? So your textbook is about 25 centimeter, right? The pen is about what? The pen is about 15 centimeter. So have an idea that 15 centimeter. Which means my calculator is about the same height as my pen. Can you see or not? That means my calculator down here is 15 cm. It cannot be 15 meters. It cannot be 15 kilometer. It must be 15 centimeter. Can you see or not? So once again, the estimation is important. How about burn on? Just now I give you the answer already, right? Burn on, my height, my length, not okay, my height lah, huh? My height is what? I give myself as 1.75 meter. Can you see that? So if you don't write as 1.75 meter, okay, you can write as 175 centimeter. No problem. But can you write as 1.75 kilometer? Wow, that would be super long, you know. All right. The tallest man on earth is not even, 1.75 kilometer. All right. The tallest man on earth is probably 2.8 meters. All right. About 2.8 They can be very tall, I tell you. Then when you look at a person who is super tall, you have to ask him, hey, how's the air up there? Huh? Yeah, because the air up there might be fresher. All right, because he's taller lah. Right. All right. So again, yes, 175 cm. You also can write as 175 cm. So when people ask you about the height, right, it's about maybe how tall are you? About 125 cm. Yeah. So you know, for example, what is 125 cm? It's a centimeter. All right. Can I get you all to do a little exercise? Stretch out your hand. Stretch out your hand. Okay. When you stretch out your hand, right, this is about 1 meter. Children, understand? When you stretch out your hand, this is about 1 meter. But for me, I cannot. It's not fair for me because I'm an adult lah. So if I stretch out my hand, right, this is about 1.5 meter. So from 1 meter is from the fingertip, the fingertip to my chest. You see, I'm not doing this, I'm doing this, Right. So this portion, right, hello, my finger, you see my fingers? Right, my fingers to my chest here is 1 meter. But for you, because you are still growing, when you stretch out your hand, it's about 1 meter. So that's the idea of what is called a 1 meter. Can you see or not? So once again, that gives you an idea of how you gauge things. All right, how you have the feel of those. And a car, what do you think? What's the length of a car? You can imagine. Okay, if this is 1 meter, okay, my car is 1 of this, 2 of this, 3 of this. Oh, it can be what? It can be easily 4 meter. Can you see or not? But if your car is 10 meter, wow, that will be a very, very long car. Is it possible? I think so. But when we talk about a car, right, it's a normal car. It's those that you see on the road one. All right, you don't have to think of, yes, don't think of limousine. Yes, thank you, Liz. It's not those. It's the normal, Nissan, Honda, this type of car. It's about 4 meter and yes, already, right? Savage say it's 4.75 meter. It's about there. All right, for a car. All right, 10 meters car, that would be crazy. That would be very long. All right. So again, when we talk about a normal car, it's about 4 meter, 5 meter, that's okay. All right, 10 meter might be a limo. You're right, MOE. All right. So we are not talking about a limo here. All right. All right. I know that you don't like me to call you MOE lah. All right. I just trying to kid you. Okay. How about the weight? What do you think the weight of the pen is? Okay. I have a weighing machine down here. Can you all see? Can you see? Okay. This is a weighing machine lah. All right. Can you see the weighing machine? All right. So the pen I put on it. I know that y'all cannot read. All right, so the pen is about 5 grams. So the pen is about 5 grams. So down here, I'm going to write 5 grams. All right, that is the weight of the pen. Okay, can you all see or not? All right, then how about the correction tape? Correction tape, I put down here. It's about 8 grams. All right, it's about 8 grams. So the pen and the correction tape is about the what? It's about the same weight down here. So you have a feel. Touch your pen. Touch your pen, touch your correction tape. This is about what? Less than 10 grams. It is a less than 10 grams. All right. So when your teacher asks you, hey, your correction tape or your pen, is it 10 grams, 20 grams, 30 grams, or 40 grams? You cannot say 20 because it will be too heavy. So the answer is 10 grams. So once again, hold your pen, hold your correction tape, have a feel of how it is. All right. This is 10 grams. All right. This is 10 grams. Cannot. All right, the next one, textbook. The same textbook. All right, this textbook is a set 1, right? It's heavier. All right, yours is lighter. So let me weight it. Wow, 585. All right, this is 585 grams, but your textbook is actually lesser. Right, your textbook is actually half of it, and it's not as thick. So I can boldly say that your textbook is about 300 grams or maybe 250 grams. 250 grams to 300 grams. So your teacher asks you, hey, your textbook, your school textbook, my pals are here. Is it something like that? All right, how heavy is it? Is it 200 grams or is it 200 kg or is it 2000 grams? So at least you have an idea that it's actually about 200 grams. Can see or not? And Burn Ong, I give you my weight already. All right, my weight is what? Just now I told you already, it's 92 what? Kg. All right, so I am this full size lah. Can you see my full size? Oh, you cannot see. All right, okay, that's my tummy. Oh my goodness. I cannot put myself on the weighing. I cannot put myself on this this thing here lah, because it will be spoiled. All right, but I have a weighing scale on the floor, and just now I weight is 92 kg. Can this one you got to trust me lah. All right. Last time I was 110 kg, long time ago. That was when I was in my after my Sec 4, right? Before I went to army, yes, I was about 110 to 120 kg. I was a huge guy, correct? But after going to the famous national service, all right, the famous national service is the best slimming center of all. All right, I become thinner to become 90 something kg. All right. Oh, says muscle, but you are 80 plus. No, I'm 92 kg, really. Okay. Then, how about the car? What do you think the car weighs? How heavy do you think the car is? The car is about 2000 kg. 2000 kg. On average, all right, on average. Hey, how come I got my photo down there, Chloe? Stop taking picture of me. All right. So down here, right, you must have an idea. Okay, the whole car is about 2000 kg. All right. And adult, that's me, it's about 92 kg. Your dad, your mom, I don't know. So I cannot give a gauge. All right. So your mom might be a bit smaller in size, maybe 60 kg. Then your dad might be a bit more muscular, maybe 80 kg. All right. So again, right, your parents cannot be 150 kg. Or maybe can. All right. Your parents cannot be 220 kg. Cannot be. I don't believe. Cannot be, right? Yeah. So again, you must have an idea. What is the meaning of how heavy a person is? All right. Mo says that she weighs around 32 to 34 kg. That's okay. Don't worry about that. So once you know that your weight, right, is like that, right? So you'll be able to gauge other things. Can? So that is a feeling. All right. In terms of getting the right answer, how to get the right answer? That time PSLE asked, what is the weight of 1 50-cent coin? How to know? How to know? 1 50-cent coin? Wait. Okay, wait, 50-cent coin. Okay, I got a 20-cent coin. Let's try to weight it. 2 grams. So 50 cent is a little bit more. Okay, 50 cent, 5 grams. So it's the idea you can see. It's the feeling. All right. So again, it's very difficult to give the exact answer. So you have to give a estimation. That's the meaning of estimation. All right. It means approximately like that. Can? All right. Asia, you are about 24 kg. Oh, that's very light. All right. That's like the weight of my cousin, my nephew actually. Okay. So what I want you to remember is actually down here, the pen. All right. Just know that the pen, right, is about 15 centimeter. All right. So you can write down that pen is approximate. Can you see this approximate sign? This like that means it's approximately 10 centimeter. And the pen weighs what? 5 grams. All right. So your stationery, in general speaking, your stationery cannot be more than 10 grams per stationery, per item. Can you see now? So that's the idea. Next is talking about the what? The textbook. All right. The textbook is about what? 25 centimeter in length. All right. And it's about what? 250 grams in weight. All right. And a bigger item, the car. The car can be what? In length is 4 meters. Remember, you stretch out your hand? All right. When you stretch out your hand, it's 1 meter. All right. So when you move when you stretch 4 times along your car, that's 4 meters. All right. And the car weighs about 2000 kg. So can you please have these 3 items there to make a comparison? Something very light, something not so light, and something very heavy. Okay? MOE, you got something to say? All right. Wait, let me on your mic for you. Mo, where's MOE here? Yes.
So like when they ask if they ask how much is like 5 10-cent coins? It's different from how much is a 50-cent coin, right? Because it's not about money, it's about the weight.
Yes.
Because like if like the amount of 10-cent coins is like, it can be heavier because like it's not that 50-cent coin. They didn't add the weight altogether of the 10-cent coins.
Smart. You're right. You're right. So it really depends on what the question asks you.
Yeah.
If the question asks for 10 pieces of 10-cent coin, then you are right. Then maybe one piece is what? Let me see. This is still a 20-cent coin. One piece is 2 grams. So if you have 10 pieces, maybe 20 grams. Can you see? But don't worry, your teacher, right? The answers that's given to you, the MCQ, right? Usually it's an MCQ, multiple choice question. They'll give you very weird answers. 20 grams, 1 kg, 20 kg, and 1 gram. So they'll give you very weird numbers. So in a way, you have to go and view it and estimate, oh, probably is 20 grams. That's the best answer. So you have to choose the best answer within the 4. You're right, you're right. It's not about the value, but it's about the weight down here. All right, thank you. Can I speak? Yes, Dash. Wait, let me look for you. Where's Dash? I can't find your name. Are you here? Talk to me. Are you here? Okay, you're here. Hi, Dash.
I keep on forgetting the question. It's like very, yeah. So if you were to say, they were to say that, let's say the car, okay, let's say they give like, what is the weight of the car? They don't have any, like, for example, the first option is 20 gram, second is 200 gram, third is 2000 gram, fourth is 2 million gram. So there's no like 5 or 10 grams. So then how do you basically answer?
Come again. The car, as in the physical car, right?
So no, if they, for example, they say that let's say they are asking the weight of the pen, okay?
The pen, okay.
Then the pen is only like, if you were to estimate, it's 10 grams.
10 grams.
Right? 10 grams. So if they don't give any option of 10 grams and one of the option is 20 grams, do you choose 20 grams or like choose something else?
Choose the one nearest to the 10 grams, which is 20 grams, yes.
Then, for example, they give textbook and they say like, maybe let's say they say empty file, okay? Then they fill it up. Then it changes the way. What I'm trying to say is that, for example, they give an empty file.
Empty file, yes.
And they say that the value is 0 grams. Can you write that? Like,
no, nothing can be 0 grams. So usually they say empty file, okay, it might be 30 grams. It might be 30 kg. Or it is, the numbers are very big. It's very far apart.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, so you choose the best answer, which is 30 grams for a file, right? Because that is the feel of it. It cannot be 30 kg. 30 kg is your weight, Imagine the file is your weight. How are you going to carry the file to school? My goodness. Imagine you got 3 files. Oh my goodness, that's my weight. So again, it just sometimes the number just doesn't make sense. So you choose the best answer. Cool. All right. So if you can, children, can you please at least have a feel of how the pen, the textbook, and the car, right, have an idea of how heavy and how long they are. All right. This is rather a good estimation. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move into our lessons today already. I haven't really touched on decimals yet, right? So I'm going to skip one slide here, which you don't have. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, here. You have this one? Question 3A? Yes. Okay, so back to decimals. So when you encounter such a question, what do you do? When they say 60 ones, right, it's simply 60 lah. 60 times 1. Do you know that? Do you know the ones means 60 times ones? Then when they say what? Says 12 tens. What does 12 tens mean? 12 tens actually mean 12 times 10. Do you know that? All right. 8 ones means what? 8 ones means 8 times 1. When they say 71 hundreds, what does it mean? It actually means 71 times 100. Do you know that? All right. So all this is actually quite clear cut. This is under something called whole numbers. All right. Okay. Tang Gui Qiang. Why they never say about the amount of horses pulling? What do you mean? What if they ask what is the weight of a buffalo? Oh, buffalo is super heavy. It's even heavier than a car. All right, so a buffalo is, yeah, maybe it's probably the same as the car. So you can say that it is about 2,000 to 3,000 kg. All right, so it's just an estimation. It cannot be like 30 grams. Huh? Buffalo so light, yeah. All right. Oh, the speed wise, they will not say, Gui Qiang. It's not talking about the speed here. So usually, sometimes it's very seldom that PSLE, they ask you about the speed. Maybe they ask about the speed, then you can say, okay, maybe a car, what is the speed? The speed is about, let's say, 50 kilometer per hour. All right, so you talk about kilometer per hour and all this, right? This is more related to something called P6, distance, speed, and time already. That one you will learn in primary 6. Can? But this lesson on P3, P4, right, we are just trying to bring a little bit of the length, a little bit of the weight and all this, which is more relevant to you. All right, if you're talking about speed, then you the estimation will be for in P6 already. Okay? All right. Okay, so down here, right, back to this one. What does 60 ones means? It means 60 times 1. Huh? What does 3/10 means? Remember this THS? THS means 3 what? When I see this THS, it means divide. Means 3 over. 10 is like 3 over 10 like that. Can you see not? When I see the word 1500, this THS means what? TH means over. 100 here. All right, just put the 100 below. And I did explain what is the meaning. Can we write per a minute? What do you mean per a minute? Dash, you want to say something? Okay, Dash, unmute. Yes, Dash.
Yeah, so for example, we can, for speed, can we basically write per a minute instead of per hour? Like for example, if we know per a minute, but we don't know per hour.
Can.
So
All these are what we call conversion. So you can write per hour, you can write per minute, you can even write per second. Everything is possible. Everything is possible, but you have to be fair in your conversion. What's the meaning of conversion? Just now I say, right? It's from kilograms to gram. There's a rule down there. It's like multiplication of 1,000. You cannot just say, I think is, no. There is a rule to it. So you want to write per minute? Sure. It's just right. What is your writing speed? I can write 30 words per minute. Okay? Okay. So that's related to something called speed also. So don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Good question.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on. So what does the over means? 3 over 10 means, all right? I told you this before in the previous lesson. The over actually means 3 divided by 10. All right? 3 divided by 10. This over, right? It means divide. 15 over means what? 15 divided by 100. Can you see that? So now you're supposed to combine everything together. But what is 3 divided by 10? Don't worry. All right? I taught you this. Moving decimal. So divide means towards your left, 1 movement. So you move towards your left, 1 movement. So this will give you a 0.3. 15 divided by 100 to your left, 2 movement. So 1 step, 2 step. So it's a 0.15, 0.15. Can you see? And 60 times 1 is a 60. So now, what is the answer down here? You're supposed to plus everything together. All right. So it's like 60 plus what? 60 plus 0.3 plus 0.15. Sure, how do you add? Remember me telling you for decimal, right? Adding and subtracting. All right, decimal, adding and subtracting. All right, your decimal point must be in line. So the decimal must be in line. The decimal must be in line. The decimal must be in line. So 0.3, yes, the decimal is here. Cool. The decimal for 0.15, the decimal is here. So 1 and 5 put down here. But what's the problem? 60, where is the decimal? Never write, it's always at the back. So you can put your 60 like dollar at that. Can you see not $60? You can add in the zeros at the back of the decimal point. So you can put in extra 0 in the empty slot and you try to add them together. 0, 0, 5, 5. 0 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 is alone. Your answer is 60.45. All right, I think some of you got it wrong. Answer is 60.45. It's not 60.18 dash. All right, it's 60.45. All right, so you have to be careful in terms of all this adding. Remember, the decimal must be in line. Yes. All right, can we just go and look at some more examples first? Okay, let's go. Down here, again, 12 tenths means 12 times 10. 8 ones means 8 times 1. What is 12 tenths? I see this TH. TH means what? Divide. So it's 12 divided by 10. All right. How about 7,000 次? I see this 次 means it's a divide. So it's 7 divided by 1,000 means 1,000. Can you see? So you are supposed to interchange the what? Interchange the English word for a what? For a number. And that's how you do it. And you do this systematically, nothing will go wrong with it. So this means, what does it mean? 12 over 10 is simply means 12 divided by 10. All right. And this 7 over 1,000 simply means 7 divided by 1,000. Okay. So let me try to make it into a decimal. So divide means to the left, 1 decimal point. So you move towards your left, 1 decimal point. Answer is 1.2 here. All right. 7 divided by 1,000. Move 3 steps to the left. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So your answer is a 0.007. All right, 0.007. And your 12 tens is 12 times 10, 120. Your 8 times 1 is an 8. You're supposed to add all these together. Be careful. 120 plus 8 plus 1.2 plus 0.007. All right, once again, all the decimal must be in line. All the decimal point must be in line. Decimals must be in line. Huh? Okay, so we have the 1.2. 1.2 I purposely put down here. And the 0.007. 0.007. My 120, no decimal point. Don't worry. The decimal is always at the back. So you can put your 1, 2, 0 here. All right. And my 8. Where's the decimal place? Decimal place not written is always at the back. So it's 8 like that. So in order to add them fairly, right, I will insert what? I will insert my 0. My zeros are free. I can insert my 0. Free zeros down here. So that I can add them properly. Can you see now? All these zeros are free at the back. So that I got a number to compare with. That's the reason why I put a 0 down there. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 7 is a 7. 0, 0, 0, 0 is a 0. 0, 0, 2, 0 is a 2. 8 plus 1 is a 9. Down here is a 2 and down here is a 1. Can you see now? That's how I add it. 129.207. So this is our question when it comes out in your primary 4. Right? Primary 4, it will come out like that. Do it step by step. Make sure the decimal is all in line. Clear or not? All right, you have to be clear in this part. Okay, so moving on quickly, the next question. All right, am I going too fast? No, right? Have you copied this? I think so, right? Okay, so 71 hundredths means 71 times 100. What does 11 tens mean? All right, 11 tens, T-E-N-S. Don't have the TH, means 11 times 10. Cool? I see the TH. I see the TH. TH means what? Over. All right, 10. Over 10. So it's 7 over 10. 1, 2, 3 hundredths. I see this TH. TH means what? Over. All right, 1, 2, 3 you put on top. This is 100 you put below. Can you see? That's the reason why I taught you the moving decimal. I haven't copied, Chloe. Okay, hurry up. Take a picture lah, Chloe. Quick. All right, but I know that at least you're copying. That's good. All right. So at least you can have something to refer to when when you're doing nothing, when you're free and all this. Good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so down here, what's happening? Again, this line, right, the over line means what? It means divide. So I can simply write it as 7 divided by 10. And this one I can write it as 1, 2, 3 divide by 100. Once it's talking about divide by 100, divide by 10, no problem. It's all about moving of the decimal. All right, that's what I'm copying to. Excellent. So divide by 10 means to the left, 1 decimal. So you move 1 decimal to the left. All right, so it becomes 0.7 here. 1, 2, 3, move 2 steps to your left. 1 step, 2 step. It becomes 1.23. 71 times 100 is 7100. 11 times 10 is 11 with a 0 behind. So you're supposed to add all this up together. Can you see or not? So this type of question do comes out, and please do it slowly because it's very simple. Okay, once again, 4 numbers, right? The 4 decimal must be in line. 0.7 here, I put it here. 1.23. Okay, all the decimal down here. But 7,100 got no decimal. It's at the back. Relax. So 7,100. All right. And what? 110. Where's the decimal? It's at the back. Relax. And now you can put in all the free 0. Free. Okay, you can add it up. So now you got something to compare with. All right, good. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 is a 3. 0, 0, 7, 2 is a 9. 0, 0, 0, 1 is a 1. 0 plus 1 is a 1, 1 plus 1 is a 2, and 7 is here. So your answer is 7,211.93. Can you see? All right, so whatever numbers they throw at you, how big it is, don't worry. All right, do it step by step. Nothing will go wrong. All right, and that's your answer is 7211.93, not 0.30. Something's wrong. All right, look at the correction, please. Can? Okay? Yeah. So the rest, I hope you can get it. Adding and subtracting, remember, the decimal point must be in line. Cool? All right. Chloe, finish or not? Okay, Okay, so next portion is about dividing numbers. This one you know. All right, you know what is division. Right, division is talking about what? Something divide by something, right? Okay, very easy, come. This one is like whole number division. But it works for decimal too. Yes, it works for decimal. So those that is in primary 3, right, you can actually what? You can also learn how to divide by decimals already. It's the same pattern. Let me show it to you. So now the question asks you, 235 divided by 5. Okay, so 235, you write inside. Divide by 5. What do you do? Ask yourself, 5 times what is a 2? Don't have, right? 5 times 0 is a 0, right? You do this, right? In your school. 2 minus 0 is a 2. Then bring down the 3. 5 times what is a 23? 5 times 4 is a 20. That's the closest. That's the closest. What is left? A 3. Bring down the 5. Remember all this? Yes, you have been doing all this all your life. So 5 times 7 is a 35. 5 times 7 is a 35. And you get a 0. Happy? Happy. So do you write your answer as 047? No, right? You just write as 47. Correct? So this is what you do in your primary 3, primary 4. How to divide. Right? Whole numbers, easy, easy. How about dividing by what? Dividing by decimal. Same, don't worry. So down here, 2.35. Nothing to worry. Slowly. Divide by 5. 5 times what is 2? Don't have. Put a 0 down here. 5 times 0 is 0. All right, bring down the 2. Bring down the 3. Sure, there's a decimal point down here. Correct. Bring it up. Right, make sure they are in line. Bring it up. All right, so now 5 times what is 23? 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, what's the remainder? 3. Bring down the 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Can you see or not? Can you see the answer is also 47 related? Yes, but it's 0.47. All right, so the decimal point, right, you must be able to see that they must be in line for division. Can you see or not? So once again, it's not difficult, right? If you know how to divide by whole numbers, you can easily divide by fractions also. Can? So be confident, all right? You can learn all this without going to tuition centers. You can learn it from 88 Tuition. All right, next, divide by 3. Divide by 3. 1293 is a whole number. Let's divide by 3. All right, 3 times 0 is a 0. 1 minus 0 is a 1. Bring down the 2. 3 times 4 is a 12. Happy. No more. Now I need to bring down the 9. 3 times 3 is a 9. Good. No more. Bring down the 3. 3 times 1 is a 3. All right. And eventually there's no remainder. What's your answer? You don't write it as 0431. You write it as 431, like this. Correct? Same thing as your decimal. Come on. 12.93 here. Divide by 3. Same thing. 3 times 0 is a 0. Can you see now? It's the same. Math is all about pattern. Once you can get a pattern out right, everything can do one. 1 minus 0 is a 1. Bring down the 2. 3 times 4 is a 12. Good for everybody. All right. There's a dot here. The decimal, copy upwards here. Bring down the 9 because you got nothing else to do already. 3 times 3 is a 9. 0. Next, bring down the 3 also. 3 times 1 is a 3. Yeah. Answer is what? 04.31. You don't write 0. You write 4.31. All right. Pari, you got a question? Okay, let me unmute you. Where is Pari? Okay, Pari is here. Yes, Pari, what's your question?
Do we have, if we are doing the working with the decimal point, do we have to write the decimal point or we don't have to?
If the question is decimal point related, right, like 12.93, you have to write the decimal point. It's part of the answer. But if the question doesn't have the decimal point, it's like a whole number here, 1293, that one you don't have to write. Unless, again, there's another situation. That's for later part. But if your question, if there's a decimal down here, can you see the dot here? The tick down here? Do you see the tick? If there's a tick, if there's a decimal down there, you have to write the decimal. It means a lot of difference.
Oh.
The decimal point on the left, right, down here, you see this number here?
Yeah.
This is 431. What does this number means? This number means $4.31. One is $431 and one is $4.31. Is it a big difference? Yes.
Yeah.
$4 and 400. Wow, huge difference. Can you see that? So the decimal point, it plays a very, very important role. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Dash, you got question, huh? Wait, Dash. Okay, unmute Dash. Yeah. Oh, hi. Hi, Dash.
Hello.
Hey.
So if, for example, you have a for example, it's 1.293, then there's a 0 on top. Okay, so then you copy the decimal. Does that mean it should be 0? If we have a 0 in between the 1 and the 2, like for example, let's say the number is 1. Okay. For example, the number is 1.239. Okay. So then the 0 comes on top, right? So does that mean it will become 0.431? The answer.
Yes. Okay. Let's do this as an example. 1.239 divided by 3, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 times what is a 1? 3 times 0, that's the only possibility. 3 times 0 is a 0. So 1 minus 0 is a 1. You bring down the 2, right? Hey, this decimal point, you have to bring it up. You are right. So 3 times 4 now is a 12. So in a way, yes, if you look at the pattern, you are right. 0.431 is your answer. If you take 1.239 divided by 3, yes. Yes, so
Okay.
the pattern comes in. You're right.
So yeah, that's why. I thought that would become like a no value thing. I thought
Okay.
there would be no value.
Got value. Okay, so let me move on. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part. Okay, 18 divided by 3. Easy lah, 6 lah. All right, but what is 1.8 divided by 3? Don't worry. You know how to divide by a whole number. You can easily divide by a decimal. So, like this. This is what Dash is trying to say just now. All right, like 3 times what is a 1? Don't have. 3 times 0 is a 0. So 1 minus 0 is a 1. That's what he's trying to say. Then the decimal point, copy up here. The 8, you bring it down. 3 times 6 is a 18. Can you see? Therefore, your answer is 0.6. Right? It's the movement of the decimal once again. Yep, got it? Easy, huh? Okay. And here, what do you have? Another number, quick. 1404 divided by 6. Okay, 1404 divided by 6. Down here, 6 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down the 4. 6 times 2 is a 12. Remainder 2, bring down the 0. 6 times 3 is a 18. Remember 2, bring down the 2, bring down the 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And there's a 0 down here. So answer is 234. Correct? So once again, dividing by decimal, no problem. Is it 2.34? I think so. All right. So if you learn by pattern, right, you can see the answer is 2.34. But let me just show it to you guys. 6 times 0 is 0 here. 1 minus 0 is a 1. Bring down the 4. So 6 times 2, here is a 12. You're left with a 2. The decimal point, how? Bring it up here. The 0, bring it down here. 6 times 3 is a 18. Left with a 2. Bring down the 4. 6 times 4 is a 24. That's how you get 2.34. Can you see that? All right. So, okay, right? So, if you can divide by whole number, dividing by decimal, no problem one. Right? You got to be more confident on it. So, don't fear decimal. It's fun. All right? Fraction, decimal, whole number, they are math best friend. So, you have to be their best friend. Okay? All right. The last portion, right, is something where we call remainder versus decimal. All right. I think that this is important. But maybe for the P4s. P3, you just listen and just understand will be good. And for the P6, Chloe, I think this one is important because some of you, the P5, P6, right, still making the same mistakes. Oh, it's very hurtful. Wait lah. Okay, wait. Nah. Hurry. Okay? Okay, Okay, so down here, let's talk about something called remainder first. P3, you know what is remainder. For instance, 25 divided by 2. All right, 25 is inside here. Divide by 2. Slowly, slowly. Let's do this slowly. What if they ask you subtract the two values? What do you mean subtract the two values? Okay, down here we are doing a division, and down here also division, right? All right, Shanice, you're in P6 also, cool. All right. With the remainder, I don't understand. Maybe later, all right. Yes, Shanice and the Chloe, please know what's happening. Because remainder and decimals got difference on that. Many of you do this. Let me show you what you do. So they ask you 25 divided by 2, right? Okay, 2 times 1 is a 2. 2 minus 2 is a 0. Bring down the 5. Right? Then 2 times 1 is 5. Nearest is 2. So 2 times 2 is a 4. There's a remainder of 1. So in primary 3, primary 4, we do this. We write 12 is the answer. Remainder 1. Correct? That is correct. That is correct. But for the P5, P6, right, you will think that is what? You will think that, oh, 12 remainder 1 is answer 12.1. Because you saw the remainder 1, right, you will think that it's 0.1. This is a misconception. This is totally wrong. It's not 12.1. So stop trying to put in the remainder as a decimal. All right, stop trying to put the remainder as a decimal. Mo, 12.5 is correct. You're right. All right. So if you want to do decimal, how you divide? Check this out. 25 divided by 2. The same. 2 times 1 is a 2. 2 minus 2 is a 0. Bring down the 5. 2 times 2, the nearest is a 4. Minus 1. Okay? Then at this moment, what you do? At this moment, right, remember the free zeros? Remember the free zeros? 25, I can put a point behind. I use my own initiative, put a point behind, and put a 0 here. I can, because the 0 behind the dot is free. All right. So if I put a dot here, I need to copy my dot on top also. The 0, I bring it down. 2 times what is 10? 2 times 5 is 10. Can you see or not? To give you a 0. So the answer for 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Can you see? All right. So the answer is 12.5. It's not 12.1. All right. Don't have this thinking. So is it true? Is it true that 12 remainder 1 is the same as 12.5? Yes. All right. For this question, for 25 divided by 2, all right, you can present it as 12 remainder 1 or 12.5. All right. But don't just say 12 remainder 1, answer is 12.1. No. That's not how you divide by decimals. All right, for the P5, P6 especially. Can? In primary 4, you learn something also. You learn something called mixed number. Right? You learn something called mixed number. So this 12, right, can be written as 12 whole. Your remainder 1, right, this 1 can be written as 1 over something. 1 over what? 1 over the 2 here, right? So in primary 4, if you have learned mixed number, you will have understand me. All right, 12 remainder 1 can be written as 12, 1 over 2. That's how you change a what? Improper to a mixed number. And 12.5, is it the same as 12.5? Is correct. If you compare the 12 and the 12, they are the same, right? The half, do you know that half is actually equal to 0.5? All right, so it is actually correct. So this is one of the fraction to decimal that I hope that many of you can remember. Half is actually 0.5. Yes, Mo, I can see you. All right, wait, let me finish my part first so that I can let you talk. MOE, Mo? Okay.
So like for the A, right? I mean like for B, what I do is that like I just put a 12 first, and like you know that remaining one, right? I just split it in half because it's divided by 2. So I put 12.5.
Correct. Smart. That is the faster way. It's like 25 is very close to 24. Half of 24 is a 12. The remainder one cut into 2. 1 over 2. Smart girl. That's another way of thinking. But I just want to show you the working because the previous question, right? I question 4 and all this, I show you the working, right? I just want to tell you that it is the same procedure. All right, so down here is the same procedure, but your thinking is a little bit more creative. That is correct also. The 1 cut in 2 is half. Smart girl. All right, how? Dash, what do you mean how? The working? Wait, let me find your name first. Dash, okay, unmute Dash.
So
Yes.
like, how do you like say that 1/2 is 5? Because like 12, it's half is 6. Then where does 5 come from?
Come again?
So
Oh,
see,
good.
like,
Okay, I think I understand your question. Where does the 5 comes about from half? So, okay, now,
Yeah.
very good question. This is a very good question. Take a look at this. Primary 3, primary 4, right? You learn something called equivalent fraction. This half, right? Do you know that 1/2 can be written as times 5 times 5? Equivalent fraction, 5/10. Can I write half as the same as 5/10? Yes, and remember the moving decimal? What does 5/10 represents? 5/10 means 5 divided by 10. 5 divided by 10, isn't it 0.5? So that is the reason why it comes here.
oh, okay.
So there's a
And by the
relation
way,
with the equivalent fraction. It's very interesting if you can see this. Yes, half is 5/10. Yes, Rekha. Pari, you got a question? Wait,
and
sorry, Dash? You got something to say? No, right? Okay, Pari, where's Pari? Yes, hello, Pari? Yes.
I didn't understand the part that you put 1, but you put 5, but the remainder is 1.
On the left or on the right?
On the right side.
I show you my highlighter. I show you my laser pointer. Is it around here? Here?
Yeah.
I give a remainder of 1 here, is it?
Yeah.
Because 5 minus 4, isn't it 1?
No, like what I mean, the answer you put is, you put 12.1 and you said that is wrong.
It's wrong. Answer is
Then-
12.5.
But, oh.
This portion, this is the portion for division, because there are some times where the question, they don't want the remainder. They don't want the remainder because a remainder is not an exact answer. So they want a decimal to give a more exact answer to the division. So down here, they cannot give a remainder 1. So how? In this case, you are given you have no choice but to bring out something called a decimal to assist you. And the decimal means how? Means that you bring out a dot here, and behind the dot, right, you can put in as many zeros as you want. It's just like $25. You can write it as 25, or you can write it as 25.00. So I bring out the decimal point, and I bring out the free 0. So once I bring out the free 0, I can use the 0 below to ask myself, 2 times what is a 10? Can you see or not? So having decimal means that your answer is actually more accurate. Rather than saying 12 remainder 1. That's not an exact answer. What is the exact answer? Exact answer is 12.5. Wow. Can you see or not? So for instance, your mother give you, let's say your mom give your dad and yourself $25, and you are supposed to split in between. Each person must be equal. So you cannot say that, okay, you cannot say that with $25, okay, daddy get $12. I get $12. Then the remainder 1, what are you going to do with it? The remainder 1, you're going to split into what? 50 cents and 50 cents. Can you see not? Instead of saying remainder 1, then give back to mommy. No, you pass to me. Pass to me.
No.
So the $1, how to split? Oh, 50 cents. That's why the 12.5 comes out again.
Oh.
So it's a more exact answer. All right. So let me move on to the last 2 questions. If not, I cannot end on time. Sorry. I got another lesson after that. All right. So let's go on to questions C and D. Okay, questions C and D. Okay, so down here again, right, we have 42 divided by 5. Okay, 42 divided by 5. So 42 divided by 5, if you do the normal division, all right, and getting a remainder, which is not the exact answer, right? All right, you will get 5 times 8. All right, 5 times 0 first. 5 times 0 is 0. Bring down the 4. Okay, bring down the 2. 5 times 8 is 40. So you are left with a remainder of 2. Then how? So your answer, right, in primary 3, usually we write as 8 remainder 2. But is that the exact answer? Is that the exact answer? That's not the exact answer. All right, you cannot write answer is 8.2. Wrong. Incorrect. So how? Let's talk about the decimal here. All right, 42 divided by 5. 5 times 0 is a 0. 4 minus 0 is a 4. Then you bring down the 2. 5 times 8 is a 40. There's a 2 down here. Then how? Bring up your free 0. Bring up your free 0. All right. So your decimal, you can put your decimal here, and the decimal you can transfer up. And there's the free 0. Yes, buffet of 0. Bring down the 0 here. 5 times what is 20? 5 times 4 is 20. All right, to give you a 0 here. So your answer is supposed to be 8.4. So in conclusion, 8 remainder 2, right, is actually equal to 8.4. When you take 42 to divide by 5. 8 remainder 2 is not 8.2. Be careful. All right. And a little bit more down here. Okay. A little bit more down here. 8 remainder 2 change to something called a mixed number. You can write it as 8, 2 whole over 5, which is the same as 8.4. Then back to dash question. How you make 2 over 5 to become 0.4? All right. Again, equivalent fraction. 8 and 8. 2 over 5, you can times 2 to give you a what? 4 over 10. And 4 over 10 is the same as 4 divided by 10, which is equal to 0.4. So everything balanced beautifully again. That is the best part I love about math. Can you see? All right, so let me stop at this moment because honestly, I have another lesson going on later. All right, I think I talked too much for this lesson. All right, so anyway, the next 2 questions, right? Question 5 EF and GH, right? Can you please go and try? All right, as a homework. All right, question 5 EF is actually quite easy. GH is the one. H is the one that is the problematic one. All right, can you please try without pressing your calculator? All right, as your homework. Can? Celis, I'm sorry, not today. The next lesson, I promise. All right, the next lesson, because I need to go on to the next lesson already. All right, hope you understand. Okay. And that's all. That's all for this lesson. All right, I hope that you learned something from this lesson. I know that it's a little bit faster for the P3, right? Because this is supposed to be a P4 topic, decimals. But that doesn't mean that you don't learn also. All right, you learn a little bit more than your peers. You get stronger than them. It's better for you also. Cool. All right, and I'm glad to see many of you this lesson. A lot. I will see you the next week at the same time. We'll continue with a bit of decimals and something else. More on some problem solving already. Cool. All right. Take care and have a nice day. Be safe and yeah, be good. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.